Last week was moving, literally. After living with my partner Naomi for 10 years in her home in Katona, we relocated to a condo we bought together in Reading, Massachusetts, north of Boston. The downsizing and packing began after we bought the place in December. At the end, we had about 200 tightly taped boxes, ranging in size from shoe boxes to the size of steamer trunks, each bearing color-coded labels and notations on what went where. Before the movers delivered everything last Tuesday, my tendency to let the bats fly out of my belfry intensified, as I tend to catastrophize in stressful situations. We used Noah's Ark Moving and Storage, which I had hired 4 times before as I bounced around Fairfield County and then into Westchester. These guys really know their stuff and did an estimate based on a video walkthrough of the house. Still, the more we packed, the more I fretted that the 26-foot long truck wouldn't hold everything. I had zero evidence for this beyond my own fevered imagination. Maybe we would need a gigantic 18-wheeler, which wouldn't even fit on our little street in Katona. Should we arrange for a backup plan for local storage? I was spinning like a top. Finally, I decided to take the 12-step approach. Let go and let God, or in this case, let go and let Noah. End result, what looked like a staggeringly large collection filled about half the truck. I moved last Monday with the cats. Then on Tuesday, the movers hauled boxes and furniture into the condo. Naomi arrived on Wednesday, and then the serious settling in began. New furniture arrived on Thursday, and the rooms began to take shape. Delivery done, I needed something new to obsess on. Where were my atorvastatin pills for high blood pressure? I know I packed them. I could visualize the little sack from CVS. My supply was running low and I needed, if need be, a Massachusetts doctor to write a prescription if I couldn't find them. I tore through boxes for my office and for bathroom cabinet supplies and checked boxes before I threw them out. Maybe they were with the cat food somehow. Did I lose them in the car? I found lots of socks, toothpaste, and floss, but no atorvastatin. Could I get a doctor we knew to write a prescription? Every box I ripped open was like a medical version of Cracker Jacks. When would I find the prize? Naomi suggested, very sensibly, it might be the last box I packed as I was keeping the medicine out for safekeeping so I wouldn't misplace it. With my pill supply shrinking by the day, I dug through boxes like a fox terrier. Finally, slicing packing tape with a letter opener, I opened a shoebox and inside found mostly religious items. A Jewish Bible, a book of Psalms, yarmulkes, and the precious container of atorvastatin. The roller coaster of anxiety slid to a stop, or to be honest, a pause. Well, what's next on the relocation anxiety agenda? Well, the condo comes pimped out with GE Cafe appliances, fridge, washer, dryer, microwave, dishwasher. From our bar area, I can see most of them right in front of me. A few mornings ago, the washer suddenly lurched to life, rumbling and flashing the phrase, "canceled." I frantically pushed the power button and that didn't turn it off. The owner's manual didn't tell me anything. Even though the water didn't come on, I still had these visions of a biblical flood. I rapidly Googled, GE washer gives a canceled message. Well, it turns out this is a common problem with some GE washers, although it usually happens when the machine is actually in operation. After a few minutes, the message typically vanishes, and that's what happened here. So this episode sent me to Reddit and the Better Business Bureau complaint sites. There I found comments that made my hair stand on end. Could these horror stories of unfixable machines and hapless repairmen apply to me here in the house of GE? Do I dare use the dishwasher of doom? Well, so far the GE menagerie has worked as hoped for. We just finished a wash cycle. My self-defeating quest for problems faded for now. Maybe I'll just let go and see what happens. In fact, now that the washer's done, it's time to put stuff in the dryer. But what might happen then? I'm afraid to find out. Thank you.